I was at the time a house painter with a very good and now very successful friend of mine, Peter Leonard, who's an author, the son of the Dickens of Detroit, Elmore Leonard, and we were painting houses, and we were going by the name of Turpentine. I was Bud Turp, and he was Rick Tyne, and a true story. And so I got this phone call, or somehow I don't know exactly how it came down, but it must have been a phone call from Randy telling me to call you. And I think that's how it happened.
Something like that, yeah.
I called you, and you said, sure, come on down. Let me buy you lunch or something like that. Got down to W4. I don't know if I think we got in my car. We stopped at a small little carryout place for chicken.
KFC?
I don't know exactly, but I remember you left me.
It's amazing how we recreate the details. You know what? Because we're both on the same page with these stories. I had you stocking at Great Scott all night instead of painting, and when I tell the story.
No, and I was working at the grocery store as well.
Didn't you work with Chuck Santoni?
I worked with Chuck Santoni, yeah. And I also worked with Jim Scollin, who ended up going to Northern Michigan and has been had been a Northern Michigan pioneer in terms of broadcasting. He's still broadcasting, still doing that. But the point I was going to make, Don, was that you pulled into the parking lot of this chicken shack or whatever it was, and it was not the best part of Detroit. We've got to be honest about that. The building
bordering Belle Isle.
And you said, stay right here. I'm going to go in and get some chicken. And I went, okay. And I was driving, as a matter of fact. I remember that now, and I was just like, okay, done. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. We ended up getting a bucket of chicken and some sides of something. I know you brought a side with you as we went over to Belle Isle, and we, if I'm not mistaken, I was smoking at the time. I don't know if you were. What I'm getting at is we smoked a big fatty. We smoked a big...
I had forgotten that, and the reason I've forgotten that, it was so normal at that time. There was nothing that stood out about it.
Yeah. Well, I remember, and all we did, we sat outside having food, talking exactly the way we're talking now, almost 50 years later.